I hate how every time Barry Allen was on the screen, he fucking looked at me. What's wrong with Rodolfo?
It's moving.
It's moving? And welcome to Don't Take It Out. Welcome to Don't Take It Out. Welcome to the...
Did you start it? Why are you stopping?
Because he keeps doing that.
And?
Welcome to Don't Take It Out of Context. Today we'll be talking about Justice League. This is going to be our spoiler talk.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Welcome to Don't Take It Out spoilers.
Yeah, don't take out spoilers. This episode's topic is Justice League. We saw it today because it is our own crew member's birthday tomorrow.
Well, not technically. The day it goes up, it would be yesterday.
I didn't think
'cause
of
it
that.
goes on
Okay,
The
Tuesday.
20th. Okay.
I didn't think of that.
Just give him the date.
But yeah, we are recording because we saw Justice League, and we're gonna say our thoughts on it.
If you don't hear any fucking wheezing, it's because Connor's not here, unfortunately.
Wheezing? Does he wheeze a lot?
Well, we laughs sometimes.
I mean, he coughs a lot, but I don't think he wheezes that much.
Anyway, he
All right.
fucking left us to go get a 10-hour haircut and left to Louisiana. So
well, I'm pretty sure he's like preparing, getting ready. Besides the haircut.
I mean, as far as I know, he's just getting a 10-hour haircut.
He's leaving tomorrow for I think his family's. Well, it's basically Thanksgiving week, right?
Yeah,
He's
And he's getting
going
ready
to
for that?
Louisiana, and they rented a house, and they're gonna learn the procedure from Get Out, and then they're gonna
Rented a house. What?
they rented a mansion house, and then they're
Why
gonna
did they rent a mansion house?
and they got.
Are you making a shitty Get Out joke?
I am
Because the fucking family lived in a mansion.
not in a mansion, but it was a house. Wait, well, no, actually,
Why'd you say
But
man?
you still reference Get Out, like just like in Get Out.
Yeah, but it's
How's
not a
that a
mansion; it's a
reference?
house.
Welcome to
now.
our review of Get Out.
Welcome to a review of Justice League.
Get Out was pretty fucking.
It was pretty good.
Justice League?
No, I'm talking about
Get Out.
All right,
Just
No, seriously, Get Out right now.
all right. So we saw Justice League today, which already I gotta say, DC is going in the right direction with this movie. It's just that Zack Snyder is still heavily involved in this movie before his daughter commits suicide. So like you can clearly tell parts that are Zack Snyder's and parts Joss Whedon's. I personally like the Joss Whedon parts better when it's lighthearted and there's character moments. Like, yeah, that's Joss Whedon. And then all the action stuff, oh yeah, it's Zack Snyder.
I don't know much about directors, so I couldn't really tell the difference.
I like the movie. I just don't get why people are giving so much shit about it. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty decent compared to fucking Batman v Superman. Well, I can tell it's already shitty, but like this is like, oh, I can actually tell they kind of improved. And
I would rather watch Batman v Superman besides this.
because
Really?
you love shitty stuff.
But that's the thing. It's like so shitty. It's worth the watch. But this is so like for you. This is so. It's so that nothing special. Stands
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. With me,
I'd rather watch a good bad movie than just an okay movie that nothing stands out. That's my problem with Wonder Woman. As much as I enjoy Wonder Woman, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna buy on Blu-ray because it's eh.
I feel like you're still gonna buy it for some reason.
You are. I know you. You fucking self-impulsive baby. And I think it's interesting the way we're talking about this today because with the three of us, Steven's the one who knows the most about movies, and Rodolfo's the most knowledgeable out of the three of us who knows a lot about DC. And I know jack shit about
Oh.
none.
A lot, but like I know more than you guys.
Yeah, you know more than us, so you
It's
can have
fucking-
to say about
Fucking
it.
Miguel was like, no, I mean not Miguel. Steven in the movie was like, hey, are they copying the same thing that's happening to Barry Allen's dad, like in the
From the show,
CW,
yeah.
the CW 39 show? And I was like, no, that's
That's his-
happening.
I know that's his
that happens
story.
that happens in the comics as well. Like his dad is framed
Yeah.
by like basically the Reverse Flash.
Which okay, so that plot's already played out in the show, right? So
Yeah.
for people who know the Flash and watch the CW show, when they make the Flash movie, what gives them incentive to go watch the Flash movie if they already seen the Flash show deal with that thing?
But it's like they do it differently. More likely they're gonna do it differently, explain it differently.
That's-
And just different actors, just different because one's a movie and one's like a show where it thoroughly explains it.
Yeah.
And in a movie, it's like kind of quick, and then maybe more problems going on. Might not necessarily deal with the Reverse Flash himself, like the whole episode, but either way.
So Miguel, why don't you start us with how the movie starts?
All right. It starts out very interesting. It starts out with like this little kid recording on their like phone.
A flashback, basically.
Yeah, and it's Superman. And they're like, "Hey, Superman, we're doing like a kid podcast. Can you answer a few questions?" And he's like, "Sure." And they're like asking him about like what does the S on his chest mean? Has he ever beaten up a hippo? And then they're like, "What do you like the best about planet Earth?" And you see Superman just have a big smile and look off into the distance, and then it cuts.
See, I love that bit because my problem with Superman and the other DCU movies, that's not Superman.
It's just a guy playing Superman.
It's basically like, let's take Batman and let's put him in Superman because he broods all the time. Like in fucking Batman vs Superman, remember all the times he was saving people and he just had the depressed look on his face.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like he was getting surrounded by like what Hispanic people just trying to touch him.
Oh yeah,
he's just like
no, don't touch me. You're all gonna get deported one day. Leave me alone.
They were in their own country.
I know. No, but yeah, and what made me love that beginning is just how like sweet it is, like heartwarming. Like Superman, he cares about Earth.
Yeah, like it shows him as an actual hero in that scene instead of like with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. He's just this person who's like disgusted with everything that's going on.
Oh yeah, one thing I will admit about what I like about Batman and this whole DCU is that he's already old. He's already tired.
Yeah,
that's
can tell
what I like
he has
about
a gut. Like especially like when he's like
God.
Like it's funny. Like there's a scene where he's like laying down after like he like ejects out of like the Batmobile. No, it's when Superman comes back to life and he like throws Superman to the Batman to the side. He's like on the ground. You can tell he has a bit of a stomach.
I didn't see that.
He's a little more about there.
That's just the costume, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, like even when he was like after Superman left and they went back to like the Batcave or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was just like with that sort of suit.
Yeah.
Not like the actual Batman suit, but it was like the under thing.
Yeah.
It's just the way his body is like because of the workouts.
I could tell because like if you look at his back, it's more curved.
Yeah, it's more curved and then like it's like ribs popping out more.
One thing I gotta say is the costumes are weird in this movie because like okay, you know Zack Snyder's at least style, right? It's all dark and things. Yeah. So the costumes they have for that, like when they're muted, it works for that style. I don't know if you noticed when it went to the Joss Whedon parts, like it's lighter, right? So then the costumes stand out more and looks kind of cartoonish and goofy.
Yeah,
I did not notice.
I kind of noticed that.
The only thing was, it was in the beginning scenes and a few after, like on the fight scenes, was seeing Superman's colors were more brighter. Obviously, especially in the first scene, like the very beginning, you just see Superman and the blue's more brighter, like a brighter blue, not like a darker tone like in Batman v Superman. Obviously,
also you get to see him smile.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of smiling, if you go watch Justice League, bring earplugs because to me that shit was fucking loud.
Dude, there was a bunch of things that were loud, and it was like I think this is over loud. Like
like Wonder Woman's like bracers like cling that hurt my ears a tiny bit.
I didn't get hurt.
Well, because you're deaf. That's
you're
why.
used to loud things.
Yeah,
you told us before. Like
the reason
you listen
why
to everything. Loud.
The reason why Overwatch placement matches echo is because you have the headset going so loud it's being picked up by the microphone.
You know, you don't have to put my business out there like that, man.
I mean, it's already out there.
Yeah, I mean, you already put the episodes out there. They'll be like, why is there such an echo? There you go, folks.
All right, now after that, then it cuts to the opening credits, which are awful. Can you explain the opening credits? Because it's funny. I saw the movie. I don't remember the opening credits.
Opening credits,
like where it's showing like it's the title card basically. How it's like
I know it was a bunch of images like directed by blah 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 music by. I don't remember the images though.
Honestly, there were really nothing. It was just like people mourning Superman.
Oh yeah, it was basically just like the death.
Oh, that where they have like the memoriam. Yeah, where they have the flags on all the buildings.
England on the fucking bridges and whatnot.
Yeah. I want to talk about that. The people mourning Superman. In Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, didn't everybody hate Superman?
I think it was more divided, but I felt like as soon as they saw Superman die, they kind of subsided.
Yeah, they all lost hope, and then like more shit was going on. There was a part of there was like you can just tell like because of Superman gone, everybody's like, oh, the most powerful being here is not here anymore, and we could do whatever the fuck we want, sort of. And that's why you see those two like hoodlums trying to go back at that store, even though a cop already has one of them in custody.
Yeah.
And the other guy just pushes her away and tries to go back to that
Yeah,
store owner.
I do remember that now. Now, do you think it was because the people who were in charge of the store were Muslim?
I wouldn't say they were Muslim, but they were
I mean,
certainly.
One of them was wearing a hijab.
But that doesn't mean they're Muslim.
Yeah.
They could just be of Middle Eastern.
But either way, I don't think it was because of that. I think it was just like them trying to emphasize, like, oh, this
there's
like
chaos.
There's
now.
chaos everywhere. Like not like exactly chaos, but it's like things are running amok now just because there's no like actual person to protect everybody. As well, like the terrorists coming in to that art museum, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then when we come in and say, "Oh, who are you?" The guy was like, "Who are you?" Like, what? I thought there weren't any like super.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Who are you?
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I like how it opens up with that Wonder Woman scene. I'll admit that Wonder Woman scene was awesome, especially when she's moving fast and blocking all the bullets.
that's
I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
I like that because it actually shows that like she has speed. Like in Wonder Woman, it didn't really show that.
She has strength.
Yeah, she has strength. And this one, it's like, oh,
yeah, she's actually a superhuman being.
She has all the powers of all the gods.
Yeah,
pretty much.
One thing I did like about Justice League, it felt like it did carry over from Wonder Woman, the fact that how she is. Because like in Batman vs Superman, you barely know her. Like she doesn't seem like it. But I feel like after Wonder Woman was good, I feel like when Joss Whedon did reshoots to fit what happened to Wonder Woman, because like you have to have like everything fit together. Because my problem I have with Superman is the fact that he seems like Superman in this movie. But if you were to go back, it's just like that. This is not the same guy.
Yeah, it's like some fucking super depressed guy playing fucking Superman.
Because one thing I really noticed was like it just felt weird for me when he was like revived, right? Brought back to life. Just the way he was like talking, whatever.
Yeah,
he just seemed really awkward. But then I kind of want to say like I understand because he just came back from the dead, but it just seemed really awkward.
Pet Cemetery way style.
Which you love that Barry Allen reference.
Yeah, Barry Allen. Barry Allen.
2 or 3 times.
Barry Allen basically referenced the fact that when you bring someone back to the well, maybe if he comes back to Pet Cemetery, which is basically evil and bad. But the thing is, what I liked about it is that he was just confused because I mean he just got back to life and he's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on. There's like dead people over here. There's like people that apparently killed me. They're here. What's going on? There's new people.
One thing I have a big problem I'm gonna have with this movie is just how basic this plot is. Because it basically just is let's get these we gotta stop this guy, 3 boxes, end of the world. It's like so simple what I love about that bit where they bring Superman back to life is that could have been its own movie. If we had a whole movie where Superman got brought back to life, but he didn't know who he was, so he was evil, and they had to deal with the fact that how the fuck are we gonna stop Superman if he's evil?
One thing was that it's like before they were explaining like what happened before, like that Steppenwolf was there on Earth before. They had to have the Atlanteans, the Amazonians, the basically every human tribe, man tribe, fighting as one, plus the Green Lanterns that they basically said. And it's like all these bunch of people is to fight Steppenwolf, and now right now it's only like a group of 6 people, and it's like how are they overpowering this one guy? And it's like back then they were transporting through like spaceships and whatnot, and now they're just teleporting through a portal basically.
Yeah,
and it's like I expected more of a fight. You know what I mean?
Now, it says that this Superman basically triggers the mother boxes to activate. How does that work?
Because the mother boxes are basically sort of sentient beings itself.
Wait, they're sentient beings?
Yeah,
sort of, because like that's what he says. Like, oh, dude, mother's calling to me, and it's basically speaking to him like, hey, this world's a world we can conquer now.
They're like sentient beings of energy, of power.
And they're in the boxes.
Yeah, and they're in the boxes.
They are the boxes, basically.
Well, that's the thing. Diana said they're not holding power. They are power. So they're power, but I didn't know they had a mind of their own.
Yeah, like it basically destroys the world. It's a being and it destroys the world, and
because
it recreates life.
Because since he died, the mother boxes know like, oh, this world is fucking defenseless.
Yeah, we don't have anybody to fucking fuck with us now.
Yeah, because like basically Barry Allen does not show himself. He's like he says he's the kind of push somebody and run away.
He's not a fighter.
Mm-hmm. What's it called? Aquaman.
He just saves people.
But he saves people, and he also
in the small Icelandic village.
He also said he keeps to himself. He's a loner as well.
Which is good because the Atlanteans fight they were fighting with the Amazonians, but he was like, yeah, I didn't take the throne, so basically in a way nobody knows him.
Yeah.
So from what I remember, you guys can stop me if I. Okay, so after the credits, we cut to Cyborg, right, being all broody in his room.
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah, because it's talking about
no.
I
remember now. After the credits, it cuts to Batman chasing that criminal and the parademon coming, and then
who was that criminal? Like
it was just some random.
It was a random criminal.
He didn't arrest someone.
No, it's funny.
He just had them tied up.
No, he had him tied up so he can use the fear to catch the parademon. But it's funny.
He just lets him go.
No, but it's funny. This criminal's like, he's here because Superman's dead. And he knows this world's like who? How the fuck do you know? You're just a fucking criminal.
He's gonna be like another character down the line or something.
Like fucking Crossbones from fucking Marvel.
Or maybe
they Crossbones because like his look gave me like sort of like a Red Arrow kind of speedy type of,
or like a mercenary maybe, but like a famous mercenary. Maybe it's probably like that scene was probably longer in like the
original
cut. That's the thing. This is a thing I hate about the DCU movies. Now the studio's mandating that they be like only 2 hours. And then the extra shit, it's either going to be put in a longer edition when it comes out on Blu-ray, or you just deleted scenes. I mean, that's what happened with Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, which, when I saw the Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Cut Edition, way better than what we got in the theaters, because things actually fit and made sense. Again, I like Batman vs. Superman, not because I think it's a good movie, but because it's
just so bad
that
you like it. I
By the way, it's funny how, like, the demon he blows up in the net, and then he leaves the imprint of the mother boxes, and Batman's like, a clue.
Now, we've been seeing these before. Same things.
Yeah.
Same times we've been seeing in Luther's fucking notes.
Okay, I'll admit I like the fact that it did carry Lex Luthor, like the shit that happens to Batman vs. Superman does carry over
because it's part of the DCU.
Yeah, but I feel like these people would be so incompetent and they wouldn't even do that. I don't know if you can tell by the way I'm talking. I'm not a fan of the DCU movies. Well, I kind of am, but for the wrong reasons.
Let's talk about Cyborg.
Yes, let's talk about Cyborg, because I think after the Batman thing, that's when we cut to Cyborg brooding in the apartment. Yeah,
about his dad. But it's funny because I kind of like originally when I saw the posters and the design for Cyborg, I absolutely hated it. But
because he looks like a fucking transformer.
He basically looks like a shitty 3D model. But watching through Justice League, he still looks like shit. But he gives me enough character to kind of just forget about it.
Character,
yeah. Like
one thing is that I like that he's not like walking around just showing everything off. Like he's hiding himself. And to me, I kind of like it because
he sees himself as a monster.
Because he's not showing all the CGI body. You know what I mean? Because like I don't think I would have liked it.
I would have liked him better if he emoted more.
But that's the thing. Like,
are you gonna use the excuse he's a cyborg?
Not that he's a cyborg, but let's just like
he's still getting used to it to a point like to where he like I feel like once he's like if they explain it later on like in another movie, like he's gonna get like. What's it called? Like he said, he was still learning.
Yeah, he's still learning about his body,
and his body's getting new abilities each time. And once he's like finally reached to a point, he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is just natural. I'm about to be funny and like talk to people more."
That's why I liked when like
Barry.
Yeah, like through like the half of the movie, starting with the digging up the body, you could see like he's like talking more.
See, I like that
he like starts making jokes.
Yeah, but that's after like. The first hour of the movie, I feel like the first hour of the movie is just so boring.
Yeah, I do see the first movie, like the first hour. Besides the Wonder Woman scene, like nothing really goes on.
No,
except for when Steppenwolf goes to
Themyscira.
Yeah, Themyscira.
One thing, one thing I did like about that scene, the brooding scene in the fucking apartment, is the interaction between him and his father. How he's like, I should have stayed dead. Why'd you bring me back to life?
I couldn't bear it. And that's what, just my general idea about like fathers bringing like people back, like people bringing other people back to life when they should have been dead. Mm-hmm. I kind of like it when it goes into a direction like, why'd you bring me back? I should have been dead. I couldn't bear to like be apart from you. You're my son. yeah, but I was dead. Now you're making me like kind of suffer because you can't deal with the fact that I'm dead.
Well, it's a thing where like it's
he
that's
lost his
the wife as
too.
well.
It's like I lost her. I was starting to lose you too, and I decided I needed to do something about it.
What kind of car accident must it been where he fucking lost most of his body? I want to know
I
that.
have no idea. Dude.
Probably a really bad car accident.
But like,
Because I mean, people die in car
but
accidents.
his torso and half of his like how does that happen?
But it's like, how is he still being kept alive like that?
Yeah,
I can't understand the sentiment of the dad though, because it's kind of that thing where like no parent should bury their kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like
it's nature, you know.
But I mean, to make your kid into a giant fucking slinky and fucking like keep it around and they don't like that, that's kind of selfish, you know? But
Also, didn't he like have problems? Like I can hear him all night like talking. I don't even know what language that is because
yeah.
But that's the thing. Isn't he part mother box?
He was like second like from what I thought he was like the mother box.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it was gonna be. I thought it was like the Vision, where technically the Vision is the Infinity Stone.
Yeah, I from what I could gather, it's that because he used the mother box to basically create Cyborg like Vision, so he has a connection with the mother box.
Because Steppenwolf did say you were born of the mother box.
Yeah,
but then like he's like trying to see, oh, now you see the actual power. Like you should understand now that you connected to the mother box when they were in the big fight scene.
yeah.
There has to be a better name for Cyborg. Like, why is he just called Cyborg?
Because he's part human.
Yes,
That's what a cyborg is.
But he's a cyborg. Can he have a name and be a cyborg?
No,
That's racist.
How's that racist?
To cyborgs, everywhere.
Cyborgs are not real people.
They're their own. You're calling people with prosthetics. They're technically in a way cyborgs.
They're not cyborgs. To me, cyborgs are like robots.
What if they have robot arms?
Then yeah, I would consider that a cyborg.
And what if someone has a robot arm and they're listening to this and you call them not people?
Get in terms of movies.
Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, there we go. So after the we already discussed the Wonder Woman scene, right?
Yeah.
But Joe, what the hell did those terrorists want? I couldn't understand that guy because of his
They
accent.
wanted to get like some vision. I don't know.
He wanted basically, from what I could gather, he would just like. It's weird. It's like he was talking about how we need to blow everything up to the Dark Ages because everything is too advanced.
Oh, well, I don't think it was because it was advanced.
I'm not really sure. I didn't care about him because I knew he was gonna be nothing.
Yeah, and then after that, cuts to again Ruffle Diamante Mascara. The mother box activates and Steppenwolf comes out.
I love the design for Steppenwolf. I really liked him.
I hate it.
Why?
He looks fake. He looks like a PS2 graphic thing.
I mean, it is CGI.
Yeah, everything like 90% of the movie is CGI.
Yeah, which I don't like. That's one thing I don't like about this movie. It's CGI heavy.
Yeah.
And like before, I know
it's like obvious CGI.
No, and before it's like
unlike Marvel.
Marvel has a lot of CGI. Yeah, but the thing is, it's good CGI.
It blends in well.
And now, and when they go practical, they do. But here it's just everything CGI.
Like while I was watching Justice League, like comparing it to Marvel, if Marvel feels like I'm watching a movie. Fucking Justice League made me feel like I was watching a cutscene only video of like The Last of Us on like PS4. Like it looks kind of real, but there's this sort of like uncanny valley that this is a computer generated.
Look, I'm playing Injustice 3, but I can't play. Where's my controller? But like, yeah, so Steppenwolf attacks the Mascara and he kills a bunch of people. And it's kind of cool. My only problem with Steppenwolf is, again, his design. He looks like just a demon. He doesn't look important.
Yeah, he does kind of have that like.
He looks like something from Lord of the Rings.
It's like I feel like they could have done better with his coloring.
Yeah,
it's just
gray.
Yeah, he looked just really gray.
And not his dialogue was just villain dialogue. Like it's just meh.
Sometimes I couldn't even understand him.
I like one part where they were fighting like Batman before Superman came in, or like before Superman was even like involved with thing. They were going to what's it called, the subterranean like
the Gotham tunnels.
Yeah, the Gotham tunnels, whatever. And Steppenwolf grabs like the Rock has like such primitive weapons, but he's using a fucking axe. It's like, what the hell?
I didn't even think of it like that. That's fucking funny. Yeah,
Just primitive weapons.
Motherfucker using an axe. That's the most primitive
I
thing.
wanted them to be. I know we're skipping a bunch of part right now.
No, we are, but
it's okay. We can come back.
Yeah, this episode is basically like for people who already seen Justice League.
Yeah,
want to hear
we
stuff.
just got out of watching it.
One part, like the part after that, it's like Arthur comes in, Aquaman comes in. Like there's like, oh, where are we at? What's out of sight of these tunnels? Oh no, it's Gotham Harbor. And then I don't know where fucking Arthur just comes in through that fucking hole. That's
Stop saying Arthur. Say Aquaman.
Aquaman.
He's not wrong.
That's the thing. His name. Okay, I don't know. Was I not paying attention?
His
So
name
now,
is Arthur.
when did they say his name was Arthur? I had never
They've
caught
been
that.
saying it.
Okay.
In the beginning, I'm looking for some like I'm looking for somebody, blah blah blah, and then he says, "Okay, Arthur Curry." He says when he's like Christopher against the wall.
Yeah.
I found you, Arthur Curry. Like, oh, I knew it was you the whole time, but I was trying to get you to come out.
Okay, I guess I just couldn't hear him.
I mean, Arthur,
clearly.
even like in the comics, I've seen it, and like the animated series and shit like that.
That's the thing. I have never seen the Justice League cartoon.
I've seen snippets when I was a kid, but I never really fully paid attention to it. I'd keep it in the background while I'd play with my toys.
I mean, it's like saying Superman is Superman's name, but like his actual name is like
Obama,
or like on Earth it's Clark Kent.
Like saying Obama is Obama's first name, basically, kind of like that.
I guess. Yeah.
So after the attack on
Themyscira.
That's such a weird name. I can't even pronounce it.
It's not a weird name.
Themyscira.
You just butchered it on purpose now.
You
were saying it properly earlier.
Was I?
Themyscira.
Themyscira. There we go. Themyscira. So basically, what?
What?
No, just go on.
So then we get fucking Diane going to talk to oh no, wait. First they do the warning, so then Diane knows.
Yeah, because they were like, we gotta light this bonfire. I was like, but
no one's known.
No,
about
man,
it for
the man, like as in humankind, will not know what it means. Like they don't need to know what it means.
She needs to know.
All she needs to know.
But wait, I like how like man knew all about this, but then they just forgot.
It wasn't. I guess one of those stories where it wasn't passed down because then they would have gone and fought for the mother box.
It's like that scene in Hellboy 2 where it's like, wow, that's oh my god.
I never seen Hellboy 2.
Hellboy 2 was similarity. Okay, in Hellboy 2, the main bad guy wants to collect 3 pieces of a crown. One was given to the elves, one was given to mankind, and one was given to something else. I forget. And basically, the promise was that, hey, you get a piece of crown, but keep Earth good, and they, of course, didn't keep the promise. And then, of course, humans forgot about creatures like that existing. It's the same thing. Wow. So basically, after that, we get Diane going to Bruce, and then we get another flashback where it was when all Atlanteans, Amazonians, humans, and Green Lanterns. We actually saw Green Lanterns in this flashback.
To be honest, we didn't see many Green Lanterns. It was like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
but still,
that's the thing. I don't know much about Green Lanterns, but are they like really powerful? The fact that they can just do fucking anything out of their ring.
Well, I mean, it's up to you, like your courage and whatnot.
Yeah, well, that's for Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
Based on your courage.
Yeah, green's for courage.
Yeah.
Can't you just put it on and just...
No, doesn't the ring have to choose you?
Yeah, it has to choose you. You know how it flew away once Steppenwolf killed one of them? The ring flew away to choose somebody else.
I didn't even see.
Courage about that.
Wait, where did it? I did not see this.
Yeah, even Steppenwolf looked at it.
Yeah, he looked at the little green ring floating out, which I feel is going to be a callback for like the future Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, I feel like it. But
I did not see that. Did it happen like in a second? Because
it happened in like 5 seconds.
Like he like when the fight started going on, they showed the Green Lantern, and it was like this orange looking guy. Mm-hmm. Like it looked to me, it looked like it was like an octopus face.
Yeah, and
then he like basically smashes him down, steps on him, and basically kills him on the spot, and then all of a sudden you see the
little green
fly off, with his finger, and then it goes doom doom doom, and then just flies by his face. He's looking at it.
Was it close?
Yeah,
it was like up to the camera,
zoomed into the face, and it's like
because it was a close up of Steppenwolf's face, looking at the ring,
guy, and then the ring falling off kind of zooms into the ring, and it passes by.
It just zips around.
That's like in the main.
So
thing.
much was happening. I don't. Did I
And
zone
also-
out?
Well, you
Also-
just have a short attention span.
No, also, but I mean, a lot of things are going on because they were showing the Atlanteans, Amazonians, and not necessarily the Amazonians as well. They were showing the gods.
Yeah.
They showed Artemis, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
With a bow.
Mhm.
Zeus. I feel like it was Zeus because he was shooting electricity out of his fucking hands.
That was supposed to be a god?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted. Yeah, okay.
There was
Now I
something
remember.
else. I don't know if it was Ares in there as well because he took off the helmet but I couldn't get a good view for a little bit.
I didn't even know. Yeah, when that electricity guy, I just assume it's like, oh, I guess some people had powers already back then. But if that was a
What if it
god,
was Shazam?
Hey.
No, I don't think you.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. But still, I can tell obviously, especially because fucking Artemis had fucking flames right here on her fucking shoulder pads.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, she's shooting a bow. Okay, yeah, I understand this.
yep. So yeah, that flashback sequence was cool, but again, it hurt my eyes to watch.
Why?
So it was so bright.
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't bright. It was muted, but like orangey looking. It just looked disgusting to me, and it hurt my eyes.
Muted? What do you mean muted?
The colors, like everything
Oh.
was like
dull.
orange, yeah, dull and stuff.
Oh.
And then I know after the flashback, then it's all about recruiting everybody. Then we see Bruce Wayne and fucking Barry Allen's
Lab.
Lab?
Yeah, like
warehouse.
his hideout, basically
Yeah, it's a
where he
hideout,
lives. Watching Rick and Morty.
That's the one. Yeah, that was so distracting to me throughout the whole scene. I can see in the background Rick
He's
and Morty.
watching Rick and Morty and Family Guy.
Yeah, in the episode Rick and
What's so
Morty,
many things, though?
Yeah.
the episode Rick and Morty he was watching was the one where.
Well, he can watch so many things because he has a high intelligence.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I thought.
But yeah, the Rick and Morty episode that was on in the background was the one with the devil.
Yeah, and Buff Jen.
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah, they get buffed and then beat him up.
Yeah.
I like that scene a lot where he went to recruit Barry Allen and how like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any friends. Yeah. I need friends.
I feel like they were trying to do something with Barry Allen where he's not all there or he's too smart.
What do you mean? No.
Like in terms of like social.
He's socially impaired.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
I
assume
mean,
so.
you have to balance that out. It's like not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe he has something, you know,
What do you mean something?
What do you mean by that, Steven? I want you to say it on record. What do you mean by that?
like Asperger's or
No,
maybe
I doubt it.
autistic, something like that.
No.
Nah, I just think he's just
Just the way he
I mean-
acts.
I mean, but the thing is, part of the way he is because of what happened with his family.
Yeah, at
basically.
such a young age.
Yeah, he was 9 years old. Nobody would listen to him. No one would believe that somebody else killed him. It wasn't his dad. His dad getting thrown in jail and basically being
By
raised as an
himself.
orphan, basically.
Yeah, and the fact that like he explains like, yeah, I have like 3 dead end jobs, nothing's working. Like he has no time for anything except looking for his dad. Like,
His dad's
like,
in prison.
like,
Well,
looking after him, basically just like, hey, I'm gonna get a different.
That thing got to me when the dad's like, "Forget about me. Just go live your life." This is my laptop, by the way. It's okay if I spit on it.
I never said anything, Steven. You outed yourself.
No, you were
You're
looking.
Arthur Curry.
You're looking at it, but like,
That reminds me of that fucking scene
What?
where he's getting Arthur Aquaman. They're like, he's getting all sentimental with everybody, telling him everything.
Yeah.
And then Batman's like,
Yeah, he's like holding the lasso of truth.
the lasso of truth.
He's like, dude, you're just so hot. You're cool. You're amazing.
you're beautiful.
I love you.
And then it's like he gives her back the lasso, and then he goes to Barry Allen. Don't you ever fucking say a thing. Basically.
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention after he said we were all gonna die.
But it's like he goes to like the person who looks the weakest.
Yeah,
And
he's
just
like,
goes
tell anybody I'm gonna fucking kill you.
so yeah, we got the recruitment of Barry Allen, and then Diane's in charge of recruiting Cyborg.
Where they have a conversation, then they meet up.
Through the computer.
Yeah.
Which is like a little bit of sass. Like, yeah, I need to talk to you.
No,
I mean, you are talking to me.
I
right now
love
through the
that.
computer.
I love that dialogue exchange.
Because I like where Alfred was like, oh yeah, every time we try to view this, the system starts failing, blah blah blah, and then it just shuts down. Diana, blah blah. Why are you looking for me?
I mean, it's the same thing in Batman vs Superman. When you see the footage of Cyborg, it does cut out a lot.
Yeah.
I do remember that, so that's a nice touch. But like, yeah, they meet up in the middle of the street, and since he's technology, he makes all the lights off.
Yeah,
and then he's talking to her. And then, by the way, I like Did you notice while she's waiting for him how long that shot was on her ass?
Yeah, it really was. They really emphasized on Wonder Woman
Ass.
in a weird way like that.
I think it's because in Wonder Woman you didn't notice that much because it's probably directed by a woman, but now that's back and directed by a guy. Yeah, but I'm not complaining.
And why is that, Steven?
Because she's hot.
I'm not gonna lie. Gal Gadot is beautiful.
That's the thing. Like I say she's hot, but no, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's like absolutely stunning. She's real cool. Yeah,
which I like.
She looks like super tall.
Where the fuck is she from? She has the accent.
She's from Israel, from I believe.
Israel?
Yeah, she's from Israel.
You sure about that?
I believe so. If not, then I'm mistaken. Because I remember hearing that she's an Israeli.
I hate this. I hate the internet. It never works like I wanted to. Oh, you're right. Citizenship is real.
Yeah.
She was born in Israel. Pita Kik. I can't say it.
Oh my god.
What are you laughing? You can't say.
She's 32.
She's 32.
Looks young, dude.
Yeah, she looks younger than that. Dude. But yeah, she looks. Apparently, she was in one of the Fast and Furious movies. I hear.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she was.
Yeah. I can't remember which ones, but yeah, I know I've seen her.
They all blend into
the one where Paul Walker died, and she became Paul Walker's hope.
She had a boyfriend, which was an Asian guy that was drifting.
Tokyo Drift.
Well, I don't think she was in Tokyo Drift.
No,
maybe towards the end, but.
I mean, you're on your laptop, so you can just look up her filmography.
I'm not gonna look up through. I'm not gonna look up through. This is called the Justice League episode, not the Gal Gadot episode.
But I mean she is in Justice League, and she's an amazing person. She's cool. I want her to beat me up.
The one thing I also wanted to say is like I feel like they should have made Aquaman a little bit more stronger.
Yeah,
because
I just wanted more Aquaman in general.
I wanted them to explain like he asked for the favor. He asked Mara for a favor, and it's like what was the favor? And then it just comes back with basically the spear, which is like the trident. The trident, which is the symbol for like being king of Atlantis. And all of a sudden he has the armor. Yeah. It's like what? One thing. And it's like how does it? It's like also, I get it that he talks like he's able to communicate with the sea and the sea communicates with the animals or whatever. But it's like, how did he know? Like he jumped. He came out from helping out that one guy on that boat. Got a fucking bottle of I want to say whiskey, or something like that, and then he just jumps into the water, which was a cool scene where the waves were all just coming on top of him, which is like
on the little dock,
whatever. And all of a sudden he just somehow knows to swim to where the other mother box is, even though he was apparently abandoned by his mother. He didn't know anything really much about Atlantis and didn't even bother going there.
I think it's
he was raised on Earth.
Yeah, he specifically said that. The queen. Yeah, how do I know the queen even loves me? Blah blah blah. Yeah, I know like, I'm her firstborn. And it's like, and then the other one was like, "How dare you speak of her like that?" Blah blah. Yeah,
she gave you up so you could live.
Yeah, she raised me almost like as if I was her daughter, but like he said, yeah, I don't know how do I know she loves me? Blah blah. She literally left me on my father's doorstep, which was like a human. Dad, like she left me on my dad's doorstep and never even showed herself.
Wait a minute, Aquaman is half human, half merman.
Yeah, he's an Atlantean,
but he's half. I thought he was always full Atlantean.
Not really, no.
Oh my god!
But he still got all their abilities.
See, this is why
I didn't fucking know that.
This is why I agree with you when you brought it up while we were watching that. It would have been better if they had their own solo movies.
Yeah, they can explain a little bit more.
I didn't know that.
And what sucks is that like after Justice League, they're gonna do the solo movies, and they're basically working backwards.
That's what I don't like. I want them to all have like their solo movies done in a nice, timely manner.
Yeah,
and then all leading up to like
basically Marvel,
or having like they said that in the scene of Man of Steel, when that fucking oil rig, whatever, in the middle of the sea starts collapsing, that they said that Aquaman basically saved him, but he didn't realize like, oh, he has superpowers as well.
I think the reason why he kind of knew that the water was flooding in was because like later in the movie he explains like, yeah, if something goes wrong in the sea, I kind of know about it. I'll hear about it.
I'll hear about it. I'll tell you guys.
Yeah, so I guess he saw like, oh, there's water rushing somewhere. I gotta go investigate.
So basically, after they try to recruit and some of them don't work, fucking Steppenwolf and his parademons are kidnapping Star members, Star Lab people to figure out where it is.
They like part of it. That's part of it, but it's also like, before we get to that part, it's Steppenwolf gets the Themyscira carrying Mother Box, and then they take the Atlantis one, and then he realizes, okay, now I got like Aquaman's like, okay, now I know that I need to team up with Batman and whoever he's teaming up with, basically.
Yeah, the Atlantis part where he takes the Mother Box, I thought
was quick.
It was quick, and I was like,
sure,
this is Atlantis? It looks like just water.
Well, I mean, I feel like it was a part of Atlantis where like
a small
like
subset.
the Mysterio one, they had like their own like fortress but far away, and where the box was just hidden at, and that's where I feel like was sort of the same thing, but like they got taken out so fast. There was only like 4 guards compared to like all the Amazonians about to rush out to kill Steppenwolf.
It's almost like the Amazonians can know how to do shit.
Well, I mean, they're underwater, so they kind of have that going for them.
I mean, they're
the Amazons?
No, the
Atlanteans. I mean, they live underwater, so they should be ready. And they also had like pulse guns or whatever, like underwater. Technology.
By the way, who's Mara? Because I thought it was his wife or something.
That is his wife, technically in the comics.
Oh,
but they
didn't specify that.
Like that was like the first time meeting, I think.
Yeah,
I think they might explain that in the.
Okay, I guess. Okay, so maybe one reason why I don't have the same enjoyment as, let's say, a DC fan was because I don't know any of these characters really.
And I think that's funny. I think I enjoyed it more, like, than like someone who knew DC, like, because you didn't know that much about DC.
No,
but I just went in basically blind and deaf, and I had fun.
I mean, Steven didn't. Oh shit! Steven didn't know like the basic lore behind them or like the major things. You just knew who they were in a way.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I kind of know the lore.
Like Aquaman, he can talk to fish and water.
He doesn't talk to fish. He talks to the water. The water speaks for him.
Yeah. Have you never seen his
Justice League?
No. Haven't you seen his titular like Saturday Night Live sketch on SpongeBob where he's played by Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy?
I wanted to see Jason Momoa in a fucking merman costume. That would be so funny.
Dude, Jason Momoa is fucking hot.
Okay.
Like,
he looked badass.
Yeah, he does. I love it when they're in Russia and he's just like being basically flung everywhere and he's just having the time of his life. Mm-hmm. I love it.
I kind of like and dislike how fast he changes. You know what I mean? From like one moment it's like, oh no, I like being alone. These people don't bother me. They accept it, and then he's just like,
we're a team, right?
Everybody's so chill, like in that little small town where he's like literally taking off his jacket and everything. They're just staring at him like, this is just a normal thing.
Yeah,
just a guy just diving into freezing cold water.
Yeah, he takes off his shirt. He's hot, so we look past
he's like,
that.
He's kind of like a little bit brooding, but it's like, nah, I'm not gonna bother with you. And then later it's like, woohoo,
Mario.
No, he's like, my man. Oh yeah.
One thing that kind of threw me off about
I love that he was like a frat boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
one thing that threw me off about him was his
eyes.
His eyes kind of threw me off
because make him look cooler.
It's weird. Like it looked cool. I thought his eyes were cool, but in the very beginning, I had to get used to it because it was so like out of nowhere.
It took you out of the movie.
Not that it didn't take me out of the movie. It just kind of took me
like
back.
If somebody didn't know like anything in the movie, like say the foreigner who like has no media outlet, nothing, and they're like, oh, we're gonna watch superhero movie. I feel like they might have even been able to tell. I think this is the
fish
person,
guy.
Yeah, the fish guy they're looking for because he stands out of everybody.
Yeah, like he has like super long, like good looking hair. He has like this the nice trimmed beard. He has the eyes,
the scar, and everything.
Super buff.
I knew him as Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones.
I want Jason Momoa to fuck my ass.
Okay, stop. Kids are listening to this podcast.
Oh, kids are listening to this. They shouldn't be listening to this.
Go home. Go watch Deadpool. But basically, after that, should we even mention the Commissioner Gordon scene?
Commissioner Gordon's really nothing.
No, he's
like other than the comedic trailer scene where like everyone just disappears. That's it. That's all you hear from Commissioner.
I mean,
Gordon.
basically, like the Commissioner Gordon scene, basically thanks to him, they know that they're in the sewers. The parademons are in the sewers with the Star employees, and then that cuts to the next set piece, which is in the sewers, where they have the Star employees, and then he's in
sewers. It's like an abandoned thing
it's like an abandoned
tunnel system.
Train.
Which that scene, I liked some of the action in it, and especially the part where
Barry Allen touches the sword.
Yeah, and then
I love that.
It propels it. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know about you guys. So throughout that sword scene, I was just bored. Like action was happening, and I was just bored.
I didn't like one part where
because to me it was like this means nothing.
But to me, like one part that I really liked was saying Barry Allen trip, and it's like he's not combat ready. Like it basically shows that, dude, I've never been in a fight. I just push people and run away. And it specifically kind of explains that in that small detail. It's like, oh, dude, he tripped. Oh, fuck.
Oh, like before you go on, I do have to mention my blood sugar.
One thing, what was the thing that Batman had in the sewer? The bat crawler? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was like some bat crawler thing.
That thing moved so slow.
Yeah.
Right?
I was like...
Because first it like connected to, I guess, a railroad system.
Yeah.
That was built underneath.
The tracks.
But then like the tracks ended. And then all of a sudden it's like, why have that on there when you could have just like basically crawled? But I guess it's like all like sort of all terrain where it could just go up.
Yeah, so I guess it's a little slower. But I felt like when the water was coming in and it was trying to crawl up the wall, I was like, they're just gonna drown. It's not moving fast enough.
I like how I did like how Cyborg took over the fucking bat crawler with his abilities. Like he just like tentacle hentai his way into it.
Where did he go? Because it showed him leaving.
He went to go get the mother box.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it was just like random. Like, how did they end up getting out? Because like that.
There's a Nightcrawler.
But the crawler wasn't working anymore. Because it was basically, I think it was being destroyed.
It just cuts.
It just cuts.
What sucks is that he probably shows it, but it was cut from the theatrical version.
It was like, because he just says, "Oh, dude," it starts explaining blah blah blah, and then leaves, and that's when like, did he just bail on us? Yeah, did he just bail on us? And then it cuts to them crawling, like just like crawling out of the thing altogether into
$100 million in property tax. You owe me a lot of photos for like, Spider-Man.
Oh. Nothing changed, huh? And then it just shows fucking Cyborg coming in with the mother box. Yeah. Doesn't say where exactly it was.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's like, "Hey, I'll be right back," and then he leaves.
Yeah, and I like also how like later on when they use the same mother box to revive Superman, it's like they just forget about it. They just leave it. It just it fucking flying, and it just goes back down on a cop car, and it's like what.
They fucking just leave it for anybody to get it, and that's how he gets it. Yeah. I feel like it'll be just like, boom, and then just like.
I think it would have been funnier if Barry Allen mentions like, "Hey guys, are we just gonna leave that over there? I know this is going on, but
touch. That would have been a nice touch.
I feel like it, like,
and then it would show Steppenwolf getting
like
it.
Him trying to explain like, hey guys,
no, not now.
Stop. We need to deal with this.
And then Steppenwolf comes in, he fucking takes it. He's like, "See, that's what I was trying to tell you."
I feel like, but it was so childish. Just like, that's it. Like it's like ha, and then just leaves. Like, can you imagine?
Best way to describe it, since I watched the movie recently with Steven, it's like Django, in Django Unchained, hearing about Broomhilda's story, and he's like crouched down around the fire, like you're like a little kid ready to hear a bedtime story. It's so funny.
So yeah, but before that, basically he leaves to get the mother bucks, and then when he comes with the mother bucks, they're like, "Guys, we need to bring back Superman." And then
because they started explaining like what exactly is Mother Box. Oh, it has the power to create. Like it helped me like revive, but like now I'm like blah blah. Mm-hmm. But it's technology.
But then we have the scene where they're arguing the ethics of bringing Superman back to life.
Yeah, it's like that's when Pet Cemetery comes in, right? Yeah. Basically, and it's like like even our King Aquaman was like, well, we don't know if he's gonna come back as him. He could be evil, delusional, blah, blah. And he steals something. I think he stole like a knife or like some like small little tool.
Who?
Aquaman. He goes up to the desk. He's like looking at something, grabs something, and kind of like pockets it.
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice it either.
I was trying to tell you guys, like, oh, dude, I think he's stealing something. But it was like literally like a fucking, like a small knife, like a small, small tool. Like he just pockets it.
I didn't even notice that.
But part of me like kind of understand, like, oh yeah, he was raised by his dad. He was kind of a loner. He might like.
He just takes shit. He's a klepto by nature. Yeah.
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna take this.
So yeah, they basically argue. Some drama shit happens where Batman brings up Steve Trevor.
Oh, it's because like
you just spit all over me.
No, it's because
oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's because Wonder Woman basically says like, hey, you need to let go. I understand that you blame yourself for Superman's death and whatnot, but you need to let go of it. Like,
did my spit really go that far?
Yes, it did.
Anyways, it's like it's not your fault. Superman's dead. Stop blaming yourself. Like, you need to get over this. Like, you don't have enough time. We got to deal with this. All right, stop blaming your fantasy. And that's when he's like, oh, you're talking to me about being like drowning myself out and like excluding myself from the world and blaming it all on me. Well, you know, you had a boyfriend named Steve Trevor who you shut yourself off for how long? All these years.
To be fair, it is Batman's fault that Superman died.
I know. It really is. I mean, the movie is called Batman v Superman. Someone has to win.
Again, Batman v Superman.
It wasn't really versus each other. It was just like a small fight scene. That's about it.
That's the thing. I still. This goes back to the biggest problem with DCU. Movies feel out of order. Batman vs Superman should have been like way down the line after solo movies.
That's the thing. They're like doing it backwards for some reason,
and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then you have Suicide Squad, like the technically it's kind of like a spin-off of the DCU, where it's just like this doesn't really affect anything to the main people. You know what I mean? Like the main heroes. Suicide Squad.
I feel like that's also good because like the main people shouldn't be worried about like smaller things. Like other people will deal with them.
The Suicide Squad was its own separate thing, and so like
and it wasn't like villains. They were just they were villains, but they weren't like villains.
Yeah,
they were like.
They were good villains.
They were good villains for a time because they did have to end that whatever her name was, Enchantress.
Yeah. So then after the argument, they actually decide to bring back Superman, which it was funny. This convoluted way. Okay, so we have to have the mother box. We're gonna throw it in the air. And as soon as it hits the water,
Barry has to
charge it with electricity.
I don't get that part.
I don't get the science between that. To be fair, I know the water is like it has stuff in it for Kryptonians. I know that much.
The way I get it is kind of like they say that the motherboard is filled with the mother box is filled with so much power, but it needs to be kind of unlocked by Kryptonian way. And when Lex made Doomsday.
He fried the
circuit.
So they didn't have enough power
to activate it.
Couldn't produce enough power.
But if it went totally submerged in the water, it wouldn't have worked. So they needed the mother box to be sort of like a gateway for Barry Allen to basically turn on the machine.
I guess it was a turn on, like how I said, it gave its power itself.
Yeah,
it'll unlock it. While at the same time powering up Superman and powering up the whole thing to revive Superman?
I think it was powering up the whole facility enough and long enough for Cyborg to at least bring back Superman.
I guess.
Because
for the ship to bring back.
Yeah, bring the ship back to life
somehow.
And then they bring Superman back to life. And one thing
Superman's fucking pissed.
One thing I laughed. Okay, so when they put him in the water, he's in his funeral clothes. But when he comes back to life and he flies off by the monument, he's shirtless, but his pants is still on. What the fuck happened to his jacket and shirt?
Well, I mean, there was like a big explosion.
But wouldn't that fuck up his pants too?
Yeah, so it conveniently took off his...
But his pants weren't like slacks. They look more like...
jeans.
Not jeans. They look more like
cargo?
Sleepwear.
Yeah.
For me. It might have been because they were wet, but like still...
But still, if they were sleepwear, why would it still be like completely fine while his shirt's like completely ripped off so he can show his big bar of breasts?
It's fan service.
I love this. Speaking of that scene, I love this. I love it when Barry's fucking running and you just see Superman's eye just lock on from the side.
And Barry noticed, like, wait,
he's like, oh my god, he can see me.
Okay, yeah, okay. So basically, Superman comes back to life and then he's pissed, and then This
He wasn't necessarily pissed at first.
He was
just
so
confused.
confused.
And then sees everybody just lined up. But then he sees Aquaman. He's like scanning him with the X-ray vision and sees that his heart rate's fast, meaning this guy's nervous. There's something gonna happen, but yeah, everybody else isn't.
Yeah.
And then fucking Cyborg, like the part of him that he can't control, just like it's like, oh dude, I can sense, like his sentient being was like, I can sense something. He's gonna get ready to fight. Pulls out a fucking pulse cannon or something like that. And then Superman sees that as well, and then he shoots him.
So why couldn't he control that? That's one thing I was confused.
It's like auto defense. It's like a
against
Blue
a Kryptonian.
Beetle.
Yeah.
It's like, think of it like Blue Beetle. The Beetle, it's like sentient as well.
I know very little.
Yeah,
about Blue Beetle.
you're losing me already.
Okay. Anyways, it's basically like a computer, like an AI.
Yeah.
But it's also an AI and him. The AI wants to protect him and sees that, hey, I'm part of this guy. He's in danger. I gotta protect him.
Yeah.
And boom.
I see.
Okay, I guess. But yeah, this whole scene where they fight Superman, I fucking love it. It's like the highlight of the movie for me because it just shows how strong Superman is.
Because it shows up because first it's like they all get their ass whipped basically.
Yeah.
And then fucking
Batman.
Wonder Woman comes up, grabs his right arm. He's still being like he can take on Wonder Woman. And then fucking Cyborg comes in, starts pushing him through like trying to tackle him through the chest, and puts on his thrusters. Nothing. Aquaman grabs him by his left arm. Nothing. And that's when Barry Allen starts running, and that's when the scene where he's taking out all three of them, and all of a sudden you just see his eye twitch to the right and sees Barry. And it's like, wait, what the fuck?
By the way,
Swift, boom,
and Batman
throws
does
all of
nothing.
them away.
Batman
wasn't even. That's also one of his things.
Because
Batman.
Because Batman basically his remember before that
Contingency.
Yeah,
but I feel like he already had that set up. Like
because he
told Alfred.
He told Alfred ahead of time.
Bring the big guns.
Yeah, and Batman was in charge of that. Basically, I mean, to be fair, what could have Batman done in that situation?
I know, but still, it took him too long to appear there in the first place.
Yeah,
and he appeared there, started like talking to him, blah blah, and then that's when Alfred came in and drove and dropped off Lois.
Can we talk about when Flash realizes that Superman can see him and
he's just
his
shocked.
His face is what makes it funny.
Well, speaking of Superman, just being Superman. Remember the scene nearing the end where he's fighting Steppenwolf? He just throws him down and laser beams him like he was nothing.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. After this movie, no, there's no way Batman can be Superman. There's no fucking way. Even like in terms like I know the excuse like, well, if you give Batman prep time, he could beat Superman. No, Superman is a guy. Batman cannot beat Superman.
Yeah, like it's like the one of the stingers for the movies where Superman and Flash have a race. Like Rodolfo said, at one point he's got to get tired and like eat. So like you can give Batman as much prep time as you want, but Superman's gonna outlast him for like 80 lives.
Yeah, because Superman has the sun, like Miguel mentioned.
Yeah.
He's just gonna have infinite amount of energy.
And then you can make the argument, well, what if they fight at night and the moon's out? The moon is basically the reflection of the sun, and you can still get power from that. Plus, it's fucking Superman.
And of course, after they deal with Superman, they take the mother box, the last one.
And then they go to Sukhumli, Russia, and then Steppenwolf's getting everything ready.
Yes, and then before they go to Russia, that's when we have more character moments. Like they're talking before the fight, and that's when you get the Aquaman scene.
You're so hot. You're so beautiful. You're amazing.
I fucking love that.
Does the Justice League have an HR department?
That's a weird thing. Yeah, because like Aquaman's talking about that, and then there's Barry Allen where it's like, "Hi, Barry. I'm Diana." And then there's the scene where Cyborg goes up to Wonder Woman about Aquaman. He's like, just keep the fish boy away from my work. And he like gives him a little like
Aquaman came up to him like,
how do we know he's not one of them?
Yeah, how do we? He starts like
antagonizing him,
antagonizing everything.
But
how do we know he's not a traitor? Huh?
But he's like looking at Wonder Woman with like a smirk. He's like, "Hey, to keep that fish boy away from my cock, dude." And then Batman's just Batman. At the end of the scene where they're talking about setting up the location for the Justice League, that was the old Batman Manor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Bruce Manor. But Wayne Manor, I mean.
Wayne Manor.
One thing we didn't mention was in the sewer system when Flash saves Wonder Woman, he lands on top of Wonder Woman like anime like you know like oh whoa
his face in her chest,
in her and her face in her breast,
and then he
like,
instantly stands up, and then she's like, "Wait, weren't you just on top of me?" Like,
no, what are you talking about, dude?
I thought she noticed because how long he was on top of her.
Well, let's be honest, like it's a quick, like he knows
quick thing.
Like
she kind of knew also.
She knew, but it's like, weren't you just on top of me? Like what?
Yeah, it's like, this guy's funny.
Just got off really quickly. Yeah.
God, fucking Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
I love her so much. I hear she's actually really funny.
But again, like it was so anime. Like I don't know if it's because I'm a weeb, and
I mean,
like
you are a weeb.
Yeah, so that's what it reminded me. So yeah, they go to Russia, and then you get the last fight scene, which I could not give a shit about. I was bored.
I feel like there was supposed to be more fucking parademons here. I just feel like an actual put up a fight.
That was kind of bullshit.
They put up a fight against all the Amazonians, all the fucking Atlanteans, the gods, Green Lantern. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just like that scene. Okay, here's one thing I don't understand.
All right, go on.
Like, you know how Batman was trying to lure the parademons out by playing the siren?
Yeah.
Where'd they get that information that they don't like the siren?
Well, I think it was like beforehand.
Yeah, throughout the whole movie, they talk about that fucking pitch, that frequency.
I honestly do not remember that.
Because when they were talking about, when he was talking about, Batman was talking about, we need Superman. He was the hope. He's more human than I am. Basically, that one scene where Alfred gets cut off. He was like fixing up a thing. His like gauntlet.
Yeah,
and he was
with the noise.
Yeah, with the noise, and then he put it in like batteries or whatever, and then it stopped. That was basically it. And it's like, and then I think he was talking to him like, we need to amplify it. We need the big gun. I don't know if that was part of it also. The one attached to the fucking.
One thing I did like was when Steppenwolf is being like overthrown and like his axe breaks and he's like scared and all the parademons turn on him. I love that.
Did they tear him apart? Are they gonna eat him?
Basically eat him alive. I guess
they weren't eating him up because he pulled her back to wherever he came from, and he's saying, "I'll kill you all." Like don't, but talking to the parademons.
Yeah.
Like I'll fight you all. Blah blah blah. Get off me! I command you. And he just gets teleported away. That's about it. And that's another thing that I want to talk about. It's like that I said earlier. It's like in the beginning, the flashback, they were coming into ships.
Yeah. Now they just have teleporters.
Now they have a teleporter, but then it's like it also showed that they were like a giant army ready to conquer Earth. But no, it's just a few parademons basically compared to back then, and it just doesn't work.
I think that maybe because the way that I may think about it, or if I could think about it, I think they do have the ships, but they're far away. So that's why they're using the teleporters and getting everything ready for Darkseid, but sounds like a stretch.
So yeah, I'm looking up Steppenwolf because I don't know much about him. So he's the uncle of Darkseid? If he's the uncle of Darkseid, why is he Darkseid's minion?
I thought he was his son or brother.
I have no fucking
This character was created by Jack Kirby and made his first appearance in New Gods #7. And then blah blah blah. The uncle of the supervillain Darkseid and a member of Darkseid's elite.
Well, I mean, Darkseid's still stronger either way.
Yeah.
But you're the uncle. Shouldn't you be stronger?
I mean, what about fucking what if Thanos had like a dad, but it's fucking Thanos. Dad.
So
yeah, that whole set piece, I was bored.
It's like Peter Quill and his dad.
Yeah.
Peter ended up being
stronger than fucking God.
Because that's probably because that's the thing.
He killed his mom and his Walkman.
No, but sometimes like half things are stronger than a pure thing.
Yeah.
Exactly, but still.
Just like how I prefer mixed breeds of dogs versus purebreds because it's bad for the dog. I like both. I don't like purebreds.
So basically, yeah, the last set piece, when Superman comes in, like he comes in and you can hear him off camera. Is that so or whatever? And then he starts beating the shit out of Steppenwolf. Like that, I was like, yeah! Like I wanted to do that, but like
I wanted him to fight a little more with Steppenwolf. Because then it just, what happened afterwards?
More parademons. Just parademons.
Yeah, parademons come
focusing on the Russian family escaping from the
that was a funniest scene.
With the fucking, like a fly spray.
Oh yeah, now let's talk about like, so the Flash can't fight. So they're like, go help the citizens. And at one point, Superman can hear the screams of citizens, so he decides to help too. and they're like, "Oh, go west, go east." So Flash is pushing this car because that's what he can do. He turns around and Superman.
He looks to his right.
And Superman's
like they were what's it called? Before Batman told him, "Hey, go west, blah blah, or east, whatever." And then he's like running. He's like, "I hope this is the east." Like he just started running.
I really hope this is the east.
Yeah, and then basically, I guess he technically went the wrong way because it took him a long time to get there.
Yeah,
and then it just shows later on, Superman hears everybody cries for help, blah blah, and he goes and chases down and ends up flying side by side next to Barry Allen. Barry Allen's, oh shit, dude. And it's like, oh, you're kind of slow, aren't you? It's like, no, I'm not. And it's like, all right, you take the left, I'll take the west. Right. And basically go in different directions. Barry's going to get the guy, the family in the truck, and then Superman was going to help out the people on the right. But when we find out, like Steven said, it's fucking.
He's fixing.
Barry's just pushing the guy in the truck, and then he just turns to the right. Superman's picking up this whole fucking building full of fucking people, and it's just flying away. And it's like, oh, come on, man, come on. What? I didn't know this was a dick measuring contest.
And then the day is saved, and then we get like, hey, everyone's gonna go their separate ways, but everyone's together, and then Wayne Manor is gonna, like, he's talking about, we can do the league, and then this is where the table will be,
and sit in six big chairs, maybe more, says Wonder Woman.
And then the movie just stops, right?
The movie kind of just ends right there.
I'm pretty sure the reason why we didn't bring up any of Lois Lane is because
she's nothing, really.
That's the thing, though. Her scene with her and Ma Kent was like, why is this here? I don't care about this shit.
Well, you have to understand that she is Superman's like, thirsty girl.
It was also like kind of like a point of like showing what happened like after, like how they're dealing with everything, because like Batman is also doing the same thing basically.
Oh yeah, and like how Ma Kent had to like sell the farm.
Yeah, Ma Kent had to sell the farm because she didn't have enough money. Pretty much Clark was there and couldn't help out with the bill. And then her being devastated to where she's not a big editor anymore. And also like, oh yeah, you promised me that you'd win the next Pulitzer or whatever, but yet you're working here on small stories, not the big ones. You're not going out there.
Yeah.
You're like in the state of depression.
I don't care about Lois Lane. I don't care. She's boring to me. In Man of Steel, I kind of cared for her because she had more spunk and more attitude.
That's the point.
But then in Batman vs Superman, and then
you
this
don't
one,
care anymore.
She feels boring.
Yeah.
Where's my spunky girl that I got to spend time with in Man of Steel?
Holy shit! The movie's over now, huh?
Yeah, the movie's over. And then before we go to the stingers, do you guys want to bring up anything else that we missed?
Not really. My only concern is that I wanted them to do more with Aquaman because I loved Aquaman.
Well, that's the thing. There was more stuff with Aquaman, but they cut it out.
It's bullshit.
To the point where they cut out Willem Dafoe.
I could have sworn there was like a scene where, like, they basically like where he gets his trident and everything. Mm-hmm. The king basically gives it to him, whatever. The queen basically just like, okay, you're gonna accept this, but we're gonna help out. I'll give it to you.
The studio was so hard on mandating that it's. The running time is literally 120 minutes.
They could have taken out I feel like they could have taken out the parts of like the people in the Russian city.
Yeah.
They could have taken out.
Yeah, it was weird that it focused on them even before the parademons came in.
I kind of understand it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, we know there's people here. Just show that there's people running away while the parademons are coming in.
This isn't Batman vs Superman. There's people here. We care about those people. But either way, this movie is exactly 120 minutes. Like, that's fucking funny. So yeah, you wanted to see more Aquaman, and
I wish I could see Willem Dafoe.
I wanted a little bit more backstory of everybody.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, again, if they did the solo movies, that would be great. But since they had
done it before,
yeah. But since we don't have the solo movies, we have to rely on Justice League to give us information, and they give us next to nothing.
Overall, before we get to singers, my final thoughts on this movie is I I did say it's decent for like if you want to see action and like comic book shit.
Yeah.
But as a movie, and then as a guy who follows like in the serious movies, this movie sucks. I do not like this movie. I would never watch it again unless I'm at a friend's house and they put it on. I'm like, I guess I'll watch it, but like other than that, I'm not. I have no interest in this movie again. It's boring. A lot of the fight scenes, even though some things are cool, it's just like I don't care what's going on, and this plot's just too basic. The villain sucks, and there's too much CGI. It hurts my eyes.
Yeah, there really was too much CGI. With me, it was. I don't know that much about movies. I don't know that much about DC, but I felt like I knew enough amount to enjoy the movie, while at the same time not knowing enough to nitpick and overlook everything to a point where I would hate it.
Mhm.
So I feel like if you're a regular moviegoer, if like you don't know that much about DC and you want to see a superhero
You
movie,
just want to have a fun time.
yeah, you should go watch this movie.
Yeah, I recommend taking kids to this. This is a good.
This is
the only DCU movie. I'm like, yeah, I can take kids to it.
Meanwhile, you have Batman v Superman, where Batman comes from the corner of the ceiling and breaks necks.
And
there's nothing like horrible like.
Yeah, or Suicide Squad, where it's just like dirty stuff and grimy.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't send them to that.
Yeah, but I'll take kids to Wonder Woman. I'll take kids to so like after how good Wonder Woman was, this sucks, but at least they're going into the right direction. Like, yes, put humor in the fucking movies.
Yeah.
Because for me, I personally
so
liked it.
Your final thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, based on final thoughts of like I enjoyed the movie basically, but it's like I don't think it deserves all the shit it's been getting.
Yeah,
not all of it.
It has
some of
gained.
it, sure, maybe but like all of it, no. Like it should. It's I put it up there, obviously above Batman v Superman, but I still put it like for me the first one in my lineup it's basically Wonder Woman, and then I'll put it at a second.
Justice League?
Yeah, Justice League second.
So third is Suicide Squad or Man of Steel?
I would
say.
While you're thinking about it, should I go with mine?
I guess I want to say Man of Steel, but
would you enjoy Suicide Squad more? Do you think?
I think I would have enjoyed Suicide Squad more because there's more
people in it.
And then Man of Steel kind of there, and then Batman v Superman at the very end.
So after all this time, we can already pass technically. So all the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes are in, and it basically has a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 237 reviews.
This shows a little more.
Yeah, I would say 5. If people are being generous, then sorry, there's a fly. I would say if people are generous, 6, but I would see it around a 5.
So final thoughts. We already gave final thoughts. So my rating is
Miguel's final thoughts.
He said
I just wanted more like Aquaman.
So my rating is 5 out of 10.
Mine is a 7 out of 10.
Same for me, basically.
And then now we can talk about the stingers, which we already kind of mentioned one earlier, which is the Superman Flash race.
And then the one after the after credits.
That stinger I fucking love.
Yeah, where it's basically Deathstroke. It opens up as Lex Luthor in like jail and he's not moving, and then the guard goes in and he sees it's not Lex Luthor and he escaped, and then shows him on a boat. Like on this big fucking yacht, just having a fun time.
Yeah.
And then you see, a boat go up to the yacht, and you see someone step off, and it's Deathstroke.
Deathstroke, played by I don't know the guy's name, but he was the Flash in the Spider-Man. Oh yeah, so Deathstroke is played by Joe Manganiello. He's some guy, you've probably seen him. Again, he was the Flash.
The Flash in the fucking Spider-Man
the first Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire. He's also in the Magic Mike movies.
Oh, he looked really good for Deathstroke.
Oh yeah,
looked great.
I'm glad they dyed his hair white.
Yeah,
and it would be cool to see Deathstroke, but they're setting it up basically. I think the Legion of Doom.
Either the Legion of Doom, but I'm not.
Was there another? I feel like there was another one.
Another what? Like supervillain team?
Yeah.
Legion of Doom, probably. I'm not sure. But I think that's what they're setting up.
They possibly could if they have what's it called, Black Adam.
Oh, with the Rock?
Yeah, with the Rock. but I don't know how well that'll go.
So, in terms of the movie fitting into the whole DCU, do you think it fits?
Yes,
That's the
in a
thing.
way.
I feel like it would fit if there was a DCEU, because like it feels like it's just out of nowhere because we don't know anything mostly about these people. Like, we need
And
the solo films, but by itself, I would say if it was its own thing, yes. But if it's part of a branching thing, it doesn't make any sense.
No. Now there is going to be a sequel for Justice League, but it was originally going to come out in June 2019, but it's been postponed. So for the release of a standalone Batman movie.
I would have preferred the Justice League.
Yeah, because we've already had so many Batman movies. I mean, I'd love to see a Ben Affleck Batman movie, but
Yeah, that actually is about Batman, and now he's sharing it with Superman.
But the only thing I could think of what they're doing is have him fight Jared Leto Joker. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's one problem I had with
Suicide Squad?
mini rant, Suicide Squad. I cannot see Jared Leto Joker going up against Batman. I can't.
Nah, no, right.
This is a Joker, like, if they follow, like, he's from the comics, this Joker killed Jason Todd. This Joker did killing Joker. He did all that?
Weren't they gonna do another movie?
They're doing
it wasn't like tied to the DCU?
That's the thing.
The Joker?
There's so many rumors right now. We don't know what the fuck's going on.
The most I can think of is the Harley Quinn movie that's coming out.
I don't know if that's official yet, like in terms of like details, but like all I know is there's so many rumors, like they were Leonardo DiCaprio as the Joker, and it was gonna be in the 80s or 90s. What was it?
I don't know, but the thing is,
This one to that.
what I could see them doing is doing one of those things like what game was it where the Joker is basically spread when he died, but like he spread his fucking Joker toxin or something like that, and it spread to other people, and then they became
Arkham, I believe.
They basically turned into other Jokers. It was like an old guy, and one of the Batman was also turning into him. But then
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the movie?
no, not the movie, the game.
Game.
No, I'm talking about. Like, it was pretty sure it was.
I think it was Arkham City.
Yeah.
Because he was getting ready to spray the toxin everywhere, and Batman was infected, so he had to find Joker.
Huh? I don't remember. I played Arkham City. I really enjoyed it, but I don't
No,
remember.
but it's also the one where dealing with the Scarecrow, and then he's like he's saying Joker in his head all the time.
Yeah,
He's basically being a part of it, and then he obviously
That might be Arkham Knight.
I'm pretty sure.
Which I don't know much about Arkham Knight because I didn't play it because it fucking sucks.
Either way, I can see them kind of doing that route where that Joker they kill they basically kill off Jared Leto, but like he infected other people, and they'll turn into a different Joker, maybe a possibly better one who can actually act and whatnot. And more
not Jared Leto who used
Leto.
condoms to his other coworkers. Jesus.
So Steven, if I sent you used condoms to you, how would you react? You'd like it, right? It's a joke.
No.
Why not? It's a meme.
Have you seen Will Smith's reaction where it's like
he hated it, and like I think it was his PR like manager, like, no, he doesn't really hate him. He just it's just out of nowhere. No, I hate it. I hate it so very much.
Like, who sends you like Joker wouldn't do something like that? That makes no fucking sense.
Joker would be smart about it though.
I don't know, but speaking of Justice League, so we're talking about it. So this is the opening weekend. It made $96 million, which I feel like with a budget of $300 million, that's so short.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly about movie budgets, but
I mean, worldwide, it made already $281 million with a budget of $300 million. So it's gonna clearly make up for it. Maybe make a little bit of profit, depending how the second weekend goes and if people are gonna go back to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's really that big of a success in terms of profit.
Would you go back and watch it?
No.
Would you, Rodolfo?
What?
Go back and rewatch Justice League if you had a chance?
Like if it was with other friends that haven't seen it, sure. I wouldn't mind it.
That would be me. I wouldn't go out of my way to see it, but if like someone hits me up like, hey, I'm gonna go watch Justice League, you want to come? I'll be like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Sure. No problem. I have no problem with it. But if it's like me just by myself, like, I want to go watch a movie, I'm like, oh, Justice League's out. Nah, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. I've seen it once.
Yeah. Now, like, I hate to say this, but like, I feel like Thor Ragnarok's more
better.
No, Thor Ragnarok is more like in terms of profit, it's more successful, and it was the same month.
I mean, yeah, it's Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, and its budget was $180.
I mean,
$180.
$180 million.
I mean, honestly, they did more promotion for it. Also.
Yeah.
What, Justice League?
No.
Ragnarok?
The Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
I saw
Oh, yeah.
more.
I
for
saw so
Ragnarok.
many ads on YouTube, on TV, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Basically, and for Justice League was very minimal.
All I saw was the same fucking trailer for Justice League.
Which one? There's 3 of them.
It is. I don't know.
The first one is the one where it's like a cover of that Beatles song,
No,
"Come
not that
Together," and the second one is the fuck. What is the second one?
It's the one for me. It was the one
Because
that
I know the newest one. The third one is the one where like we could be heroes.
No,
Don't
I
that
you-
one.
haven't even seen. Like
That's
I said, I haven't.
I've
seen
never
any
seen
of
those. The ones I know is like the one where it's like it's Barry Allen making the they just disappeared joke. It's
Yeah, that's the second one.
the second one. That's the only one I've ever seen. I got
like
tired
I
of
said,
it.
there hasn't been much ads like playing online and whatnot.
All I can remember is, "Don't worry, Alfred, I'll take it from here." Fucking cyborg, and then he's just like, "I'm sorry, who are you?"
I guess the reason why I know all these trailers is because I keep up with every fucking movie news and I watch all the trailers.
Yeah, and we don't.
Oh, that reminds you. Also, speaking of trailers, I remember there was a part where was it Alfred or Batman was looking at like a hologram and it looked like a boot and it sounded like a cape and people were thinking, oh, that's gotta be Supergirl, but they never showed that part in
You know what just hit me right now?
What?
They told me you would be coming. Let's hope you're. That's not in the movie.
I know. That's also another thing. That's part of it. Also, I was gonna
That's
say.
not in the movie.
But now that we watched the movie, who could it fucking be?
They told me you were coming.
They told me you were.
It was gonna be Superman, obviously.
I don't think so.
I don't think so because no.
Because why the fuck would Superman be there?
I feel like it might have been like fucking.
No, I feel like the trailer was made before Joss Whedon came in and recut the movie into.
But I still feel like it might have been like maybe Cyborg because like he didn't want to join at first.
Oh, maybe.
Like,
yeah,
they told me
I
they
can
were
see
gonna come.
that.
But then why would he be like, "Don't worry, Alfred, I'll take it from here. Who are you?" You know.
Oh,
Sure, I guess.
I don't know. For some reason, something screams Green Lantern to me.
Like I said,
Because he was
it-
part
it-
of the.
But that's the
fucking
thing, though.
war.
In terms of the universe, in terms of what we've seen in the movies, we saw the Green Lanterns in the flashback, but we have not seen any mention of Green Lanterns in modern times.
Yeah.
But one of the thing was that I mentioned to Miguel, like it's just me saying small things like, "Oh, that might be it." There was a scene where the this woman saying, "Oh, my husband got abducted, blah, blah, by aliens, blah blah,"
Mhm.
and there's like the guy walking in the background. There's two guys, but one's an older guy, but it's later on. One guy passes and he just looked at the camera, just like, and I feel like, oh, that might have been like a small Easter egg later on that we might pick up after, like, if they do introduce the Green Lanterns. It might be him, but I still doubt it. I'm just saying that it might be like a small thing, and then afterwards, later on, another old guy walks past, but he doesn't really look at the camera.
Just like your eye for the kangaroo kid.
shut
in
the fuck up.
fucking
That was
Homecoming.
No, that
What's wrong, Rodolfo? You don't want to reiterate on that?
no.
I don't know what you guys
I
are talking
found out.
about.
I found
About
out.
fucking how the kangaroo kid could have been Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, that thing, the
Shut up.
theory. But like,
Shut up.
so
Shut your
one
poor
thing
mouth.
one thing I don't like about Justice League is it broke the streak of good superhero movies we got this year.
What do you mean? Oh, because of Thor and everything else.
Everything. Logan.
Guardians of the
Oh
Galaxy.
shit, Logan was this.
Logan,
year.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Thor Ragnarok. Like all of them were really good, and then we got Justice League.
I still think it's
I mean,
good.
I wouldn't put that on it because most of the other ones were Marvel based, and it was just Wonder Woman basically. So I wouldn't put it under the same thing.
So already
I get it, superhero, but
now one thing I noticed about DC is it's so fucked up. Like that's the thing. You need somebody in charge because in Marvel you have Kevin Feige who's in charge of everything.
Yeah.
And in Star Wars, I forgot her last name. We have Kathleen somebody. She's in charge of the Star Wars movies. Like, who's in charge in DC?
I don't fucking know.
Nobody's in charge. Okay, so the next movie is Aquaman. But it won't come out till December 21, 2018.
that's too fucking long, dude.
I thought you were about to say December 2021.
Yeah, so it makes me it's weird that like you have like Marvel. We're getting 3 Marvel movies next year.
Didn't we get 3 this year?
Yeah, we did.
Marvel's more established, basically.
Yeah.
Plus, they got that Disney money.
Yeah, so we're only getting one decent movie next year, which is Aquaman. But I like the director. It's James Wan.
I don't know directors.
Conjuring. I think he did one of the Fast and Furious movies. He directed the first Saw. He's in charge.
That's why you love him.
Yes. So I'm wondering what he will do to. I know. But it's a special episode.
Is it a special?
We're talking about dying.
What is this? Episode 2 of season 1 of our Don't Take It Out of Context podcast, where we talked about Predator.
That's the thing, though. That was terrible. Because
why was it terrible, Steven?
You want me to elaborate?
Yes, please elaborate on why episode 2, season 1 of Don't Take It Out of Context podcast was bad.
Because Connor took the reins and it was just boring, and then we couldn't make it entertaining because I guess you and Ruffalo didn't care about the movie that much.
Well, it's not that I didn't care about the movie. It's just I just finished watching the movie and I needed time to process it. With this, we spent time together, kind of talking about it, saving it for the podcast, but I was able to process everything. With Predator, I was just taken right out of it. I was a baby. To quote Donkey, I was a baby out of the womb, on my little tricycle, ready for Vietnam. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the next movie. We got Aquaman.
I can't wait for Aquaman, to be honest. Jason Momoa sold me on Aquaman. Seems so charming.
Yeah.
Also, Rodolfo's taking a piss right now.
Yeah, but this DCU, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I could tell by like the 20 times you said it during this fucking.
Did I say it 20 times?
Yes.
I'm a fan of like Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad.
You're not.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah. You can just say you like them, but you don't have to say you're a fan of them.
I like him, but for the wrong reasons. Yeah. So yeah, next movie is Aquaman. You guys have anything else to add before we finish this episode?
Not really.
I want Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot to spit roast me.
I wonder if Aquaman and Wonder Woman are gonna bang.
No.
So that's how it was like in the.
I feel like
stories.
If anything, Batman and Wonder Woman.
No, they won't. No, they won't. She's pretty much already said. I'm not like.
Thanks. You have to pick up on the mic.
Fuck you.
And like she already mentioned, like Batman Superman, like she's not interested, basically.
Yeah, she's interested for her dead lover, Steve Trevor.
Well, that too, but I still feel like since they haven't established like Aquaman and Mera being a thing, they might bang. They might bang.
No, she could do better than fucking Aquaman.
Yeah, no.
Have you seen Aquaman?
But like, motherfucker, they're working together basically. And it's just
because they bang,
maybe they can date for a bang.
The Flash. The Flash. Come on.
No, he's too awkward.
He's too young.
Yeah, he's too weird.
I mean, either way, Aquaman is too young also because how old is fucking Wonder Woman?
She's like millions of billions of years old. She's like
it's 100 years.
100 years. She's at the ripe, nice age of 110.
So yeah, I really don't have much to say. That's it. This episode's done. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Wow,
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for that Justice League ending.
You can always find us on Instagram, so we'll post some of the links that are saying them. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, leave a comment. Tell us what you think.
If you like this episode and wanted us to do more of recent movies and just talk randomly about it for an hour or so, let us know. We can do more.
Yes, let me know. I love watching movies.
We basically just talked about what the movie was.
Yeah,
gave our thoughts a little bit,
and that's what I like. It's not like an over elaborate structured movie review. It's just, hey guys, watch this movie, and they're just talking about it.
Yeah. So again, this has been Steven.
This is Miguel.
And Rodolfo.
And goodbye.
That big fella.
Bye. What?
What?
End it.
Okay.